So just picked up Anne. You was explaining that you're coming up to visit. You do.
Yes, yes.
You and I think one of your friends.
She was a sister in the Royal Liverpool Children's Hospital.
Okay.
And she cared for my daughter.
Okay.
Many years ago.
So
she's a wonderful she was a wonderful nurse.
Okay, and you built up an amazing friendship.
Yes, and we've known each other for almost 50 years now.
Okay.
Yes.
And
yes.
So for 50 years, and you meet up, I think, every year and go to different places.
Do I go to different places?
Yeah.
With her?
Yeah.
No. She's older than I am.
Okay.
So she's poorly now. She lives in an independent living space. It's called, I think, and so she's she has difficulty walking, but she's an extraordinary person. And,
okay.
I've wanted to stay in touch with her.
Okay, that's very nice.
Through the years, yeah. So we exchange, letters and cards, and then from time to time I come up and see her.
Okay, yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, but the Royal Liverpool Children's Hospital's not there anymore.
I was going to say, where did that used to be?
It was in Liverpool 8.
Okay. Was that by Mail Street or Catherine Street?
Yeah. Well,
because I'm sure I remember. Yeah, definitely it was by. I'm sure it was by Catherine Street. I can remember it a long time.
Catherine Street?
Catherine Street, yeah, a long time ago.
Right.
By the college, where the Arts College is.
Yes, it's not very far from the Catholic Cathedral.
Yeah, I think.
It's
yeah,
in
I
that
can.
Area.
Yeah. How long did you work there for?
I didn't work there. My daughter was very unwell, and she was a baby, and she was admitted to the hospital, and was the sister of the ward. And
okay.
It was a marvelous. They had a world-class reputation for cardiac problems in children. So that's why. And she was the head of the ward. She was the sister of the ward.
Okay.
A lovely woman.
So it must have moved from there to Alderey then.
Yes, I think so. I think that they knocked the building down. They knocked part of the building down about 10, 15 years ago, I think. But they converted some of it into flats now. But Liverpool 8 was a very different place 50 years ago.
It was, yeah.
Yes, it was a lot of bomb sites, a lot of areas that were still flattened from the war. I mean, but it's been really regenerated now, hasn't it?
It has. The whole, Liverpool 8, it's becoming more and more affluent now.
Is it? Yes.
Well, yeah, definitely, yeah. So much has changed just in Liverpool in general over the last 50 years.
Yes.
It's a big tourist city at the moment.
Yes.
So many people come, and I think they have a certain perception from years ago, and they're just excited to see how much it's come on.
Yes.
So it's very popular, more
and
more.
It's a fantastic city, I think. It's a very, it's a very human city. People talk to each other. People are helpful. I really like Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's a great city.
No, I'm glad you've had a good experience. What did you work as over the years yourself? What was your main occupation?
I was in education. I started my career in teaching, and I was teaching English in London.
Okay.
That was the start of my career, and then I started to work in what's known as international education.
Okay.
I worked in Africa.
What part of Africa?
Different countries in Zimbabwe and Zambia and Malawi.
Okay.
Tanzania, Ghana. Yes.
Okay.
So,
And that was international education?
yes. So supporting education within the country. It's,
okay.
Yeah.
And what age group would that be? Would that be from?
Actually, from primary school right through to university level.
Okay.
Yes. So supporting girls and young women in particular.
Okay.
They had, so
why was the focus get young women?
Well, because girls, young women have a big impact on the next generation.
Yeah.
So girls and women were the ones who weren't going to school in many parts of in the rural areas, in the countryside.
Okay.
So so if they were leaving school early, then they would start having their children early, and their children then would be also born into poverty. So if women are educated, you know, the children also have much better lives. The children have much better lives, much more likely to thrive. So that's the argument, really.
Okay. And do you think there's been a big change since?
Oh yes.
Okay.
There has been a big change. Yes. But it's, you know, there's still, well, everywhere in the world there's large pockets, large numbers of people still living in poverty.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I think education is instrumental in helping solve that as well, like what you've just explained.
Yes.
So you sound very passionate about it. How long did you do it for?
Oh, what, 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the challenging countries that you've been to regards the education gap?
Challenging countries, well...
Or were they all very similar?
No, different, but all of them very welcoming. All of them with a passion, you know, passion for education.
Okay.
Among parents, but not the means necessarily to send their children to school. I enjoyed my work very much. I enjoyed being in Africa. Lots of people I got to know very well that I'm still in touch with.
Okay, that's nice.
It was a very rewarding career, really.
Okay. And what do you do now that you're not involved in the education?
I'm retired now, but I'm still involved to a certain extent. But just, you know, I'm retired and I have 6 grandchildren. That's a big focus for me.
Got your hands full?
Yes, so that's lovely. I enjoy that very much. I enjoy being a grandmother very much.
Any hobbies?
Oh yes, I've got hobbies. I love travelling still.
Okay.
I love reading, and I also write. So I'm just about to publish my first book.
Okay, so you write, what type of subjects do you touch on when you're writing?
This book is an autobiography, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
About
my life.
Oh, okay. I mean, because that's what I like to capture. I mean, can you tell us the name of the book?
Well, it hadn't the title. I haven't yet.
Are you still okay.
Yeah, but yes, but I enjoy the process of writing and
the creative aspect. The creative aspect
yes,
of writing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I enjoy being creative. I mean, I've never been any good with art.
But writing is art
words
as well?
Yes, but I mean painting or creating in that sense of the word. But writing has always been my, I've enjoyed it since I was a child, actually.
Okay. Even though you haven't got the title, is there anything like, for example, your name, what people could check out and find out more about your book because it's good to inspire other people?
Yes, of course.
I think we've all got a book in us.
Yes, we absolutely have. Everybody's life is unique.
Yeah, definitely.
Excuse me. Everybody's life is absolutely unique.
Yeah, definitely.
We have to, sometimes people think they have ordinary lives, or they don't think they've done anything particular. But everybody needs to recognise, their uniqueness and find that uniqueness and have confidence in it.
Yeah, totally agree.
So my name, yes, it's Anne, A-double-N.
A-double-N?
Without an E, yes, because that's
without an E.
That's the Welsh Anne.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm Welsh, and cotton, just like cotton reel.
Cotton?
No, cotton.
Cotton.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
so and cotton. Anything else like for people to find the book? And cotton, maybe education. Is it something to do with education or also biography?
You can find me if you have a look.
Okay.
You can find my work.
Okay, so you're known online.
Well, yes, to a certain extent. I'm not up there in the stars, no. But
okay.
Yeah.
No, it's good, and I'm assuming you'll talk a lot about like your experience with the education,
That's right.
stuff like that. And like you say, it's good because especially in context helping these particular countries regards the poverty gap. So it's good There was an article, I forgot the name of the article, it's on my site, that I've done in respect to education and poverty.
Yeah.
And it's, of course, there's many other factors that contribute to it, but it's also a solution that can be explored to help bridge that gap. So we'll look forward to finding the book, and
Thank you.
when it comes out, checking it out and actually buying it, because it's you're a reader yourself, and as you probably know, you can have a backlog. There's so many good
Yes.
books to read, so
There
you just get,
not enough of a lifetime to read them all.
exactly. But it's always
Yeah.
good to just have it there for when
Yeah.
you can just retrieve it off your bookshelf
Yes.
or online. So no, definitely, yeah.
Yes. You
I
like reading?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I like reading. I like a lot of factual stuff. I love science.
Yes,
I love belief systems. I love perspectives. I love science, quantum physics.
Yes.
I love all things like that. We all like different things. Yeah. I love psychology. So yeah,
Marvelous.
I like learning new things. And I
Well,
think
and that's why you've sort of this idea of, the taxi podcast.
Yeah.
What's the name of the?
so. The name is it's actually called Get Out Rat Race. Now the reason I've called
Get Out Rat Race.
Yeah, all one word. So I don't know whether you're familiar with Maslow, Abraham Maslow, and the hierarchy of needs.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he talks about a pyramid. What's mainly associated with his work is a pyramid, and what he says, for people to kind of get to that point of self-actualization, they've got to fulfill basic needs: food, shelter, security, love, relationship. It makes sense, doesn't it? You can't really think about, let's say, a passion or something you love doing if you've got to put food on the table, if you've got to put a roof over your head. But the more you tick them boxes, you can elevate closer to the pinnacle of the pyramid and kind of get that enjoyment and fulfillment from what you love doing. For example, what you do, yeah? But if someone was in a situation where, like we're talking about in a lot of them countries, that their thought processes and energy goes into putting food on the table, it's much harder for them to get to that state of self-actualization.
Right.
So you'd understand the general concept.
Right.
Yeah. So Abraham Maslow, he talks a lot about it, famous psychologist. So the reason
Is he American?
I think he's Hungarian.
Right.
Yeah, don't quote me on that, but I'm sure he's not American. But I like Carl Jung as well. I'm not really a fan of Freud, but I'm more like, I like Maslow's stuff.
Yeah.
And just everything's mind, isn't it? And having a certain, ensure positive mindset on every situation it's helpful.
Yes.
Yeah. So going back to the reason I called it Get Out Rat Race, you're familiar with the concept of rat race. Yeah, but a lot of us,
Well, it's catchy, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. A lot of us, most of the world is in the rat race. You're chasing your tail, you're paying your bills.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
But it's not all about materialism, is it?
No, not
It's
at all.
it's about that energy, that spark. If you
Yes.
can find it and light it up again. Everyone's got the spark, but because of the system we live in, once again, we could, it's economically, it affects a lot of people.
Yes.
So if you can find that spark and try and monetize it, then it's good. But like I say, it's more about the intangible than the materialistic. Of course, we all need an element of materialism.
Sure.
Of course, you've got to have them nice things in life. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a background
Thank you.
to why.
Well, I hope it's successful for you.
No, yeah, and it. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, how far away are we?
We'll be there in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, yeah. So it's about capturing your energy, your spark, and inspiring other people. Like what you said before about your book, and everyone's got a book. We're all unique, and whatever area it is that we're interested in, I think you're a walking fountain of knowledge and wisdom, aren't you? Yeah. So it's good to try and what you've done. You put it all. You're in the process of putting it all in a book, and allowing people to tap into that experience. And I think we can all do that. So it's good to inspire other people when you capture them on video doing the same thing.
Yes. Now, excuse me, I'm just going to have to call.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
sorry, no, hi. So, yes, so I think it's best if I call you when I come out. Yes, and I probably won't be there for more than an hour, to be honest.
Yeah, just yeah, we're gonna just bring it to the
Tired.
bring it to the close. But thank you
so much.
thank you
Yes.
for that, Anne.
Do you want to close?